On a dark night, when most of the world was asleep, Indian scientists had a dream. This was the dream of reaching the moon, of touching its surface, and uncovering its secrets. To make this dream a reality, the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, embarked on an ambitious program. This is the story of the journey from Chandrayaan-1 to Chandrayaan-4. It was the 22nd of October, 2008. There was a buzz of activity at the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota. The PSLV-XL rocket stood tall on the launch pad, carrying India's first lunar mission, Chandrayaan-1. This spacecraft weighed 1,380 kilograms, was powered by solar energy, and carried 11 scientific instruments. Piercing the silence of the night, the PSLV-XL rocket soared into space, carrying Chandrayaan-1. The roar of the rocket echoed the pounding hearts of the scientists. All eyes were on the sky, where India's dream was reaching new heights. On November 8, 2008, Chandrayaan-1 entered lunar orbit. This moment was a milestone in India's space history. After reaching lunar orbit, Chandrayaan-1 began studying the moon's surface. On November 14, 2008, the Moon Impact Probe, MIP, successfully landed on the lunar surface, planting the Indian flag on the moon. The Chandrayaan-1 mission was a success with an overall success rate of 95%. The mission lasted for 312 days, during which it detected the presence of water molecules on the lunar surface. This discovery was a major achievement not only for India, but for the entire scientific community. But with every success comes challenges. Due to a rise in temperature on Chandrayaan-1, problems began to arise in its instruments on November 25, 2008. Scientists raised the spacecraft's orbit from 100 kilometers to 200 kilometers, but on August 29, 2009, ISRO lost contact with Chandrayaan-1. Following the success of Chandrayaan-1, ISRO began preparations for Chandrayaan-2. This mission was even more ambitious for India, as Chandrayaan-2 would attempt a soft landing on the lunar surface. On July 14, 2019, the GSLV Mecha-3 rocket launched Chandrayaan-2 into space. This mission had three main components: the orbiter, the Vikram lander, and the Pragyan rover. On August 20, 2019, Chandrayaan-2 entered lunar orbit. Following this, after 5 orbit adjustment maneuvers, the spacecraft entered a circular orbit at an altitude of about 100 kilometers. On September 2, 2019, the Vikram lander separated from the orbiter and began its descent towards the lunar surface. It was a tense moment for the scientists. Slowly, the lander began its final descent phase, but at a distance of 2.1 kilometers from the surface, contact with the lander was lost. Scientists monitored the lander's trajectory and attempted to re-establish contact, but after some time, it became clear that the Vikram lander had not landed safely on the lunar surface. Despite the setback with the Vikram lander, the Chandrayaan-2 orbiter continued its mission, remaining in orbit and collecting scientific data. The orbiter studied the lunar surface using its high-resolution camera. Subsequently, the Chandrayaan-2 mission was extended from 1 year to 7.5 years. On July 14, 2023, Chandrayaan-3 launched from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota. Learning from past mistakes, this time, scientists had prepared for every possible challenge. The preparation of Chandrayaan-3 was a major challenge. Taking every small detail into account, the scientists prepared the lander and rover. Chandrayaan-3 would only have a lander and rover, while the orbiter from Chandrayaan-2 would be utilized. On August 16, 2023, Chandrayaan-3 entered its final lunar orbit. The next day, the lander separated from the orbiter and began its independent operations. On August 23, 2023, as the whole world watched Chandrayaan, all Indians held their breath in anticipation of this incredible moment. The Vikram lander successfully soft-landed on the lunar surface. The Vikram lander also performed a crucial vertical hop on the lunar surface, marking a historic achievement for ISRO. This hop experiment will prove crucial for future lunar missions. This moment was a source of immense pride for all of India. After the Vikram lander successfully landed on the lunar surface, the Pragyan rover was deployed and traveled 8 meters on the moon, achieving the mission's primary objective. The Pragyan rover collected various types of data from the lunar surface, providing scientists with valuable insights into the moon's composition and geological activities. This mission proved the technology of lunar landing and the capabilities of the rover. The success of this mission has given India a prominent place in the global space community and demonstrated ISRO's technical and scientific capabilities. Following the success of Chandrayaan-3, ISRO has planned for Chandrayaan-4. This is an ambitious mission aimed at collecting samples from the lunar surface and bringing them back to Earth. The mission was announced on November 17, 2023, by Nilesh M. Desai, Director of the Space Applications Center. This mission is planned to launch in 2028. The Chandrayaan-4 mission is extremely challenging, as it will require multiple launches, docking capabilities, and robotic capabilities. ISRO plans to demonstrate this capability through a space docking experiment called SpadeX, which will be launched by the end of 2028. The Chandrayaan-4 mission will utilize 2 LVM-3 rockets. One rocket will be used to launch Chandrayaan into space, and the other will be used to bring the samples back to Earth. The mission will require an innovative design, including high technology and government approval. Through the Chandrayaan missions, ISRO has not only made India proud, but has also made a significant contribution to space exploration. The story of Chandrayaan, from Chandrayaan-1 to Chandrayaan-4, teaches us that we should not be afraid of failures, but learn from them and move forward. The journey from Chandrayaan-1 to Chandrayaan-4 is truly inspiring, motivating us to pursue our dreams.